All right. That's all set up. What are these? Oh my God, we have blizzard warnings up here in West Virginia. Wow. All right. No current tornado warnings. That's good. Although I'm interested to see what happens with these. Oh, you know what? I'm not on the right radar. Let's go into MMRS. Okay, there we go. What's going on, guys? Tons of flash flood warnings. Observed considerable ones as well. Radar engage indicate it. Here are these cells that we're starting to get worried about. Right here. Let me actually put radar omega up on the bigger screen. There we go. Blizzard warnings. we have flash flood warnings. We're expecting some tornado warnings down here. We've got blizzard warnings up here. Blizzard to flash flood to tornado. I mean, what an event we have unfolding right here. What's going on, Duke? What an event we have unfolding right here. It's also snowing. I'm 50 minutes south of New York City, and it's been snowing here all day. That was not called. Holy Harp warning. Snowman. Yeah. Look at these blizzard warnings we got up here. Let's go into winter weather, reflectivity. Blizzard warnings up there in West Virginia. All right. We are just watching these. We're probably going to see this stuff crank up soon. Let's go to the latest HRRR and see when we expect this to really get going here. Let's go to the 19Z. We're not seeing us right here is going to be an issue. Right here. So this is going to be around. This is my 3 p.m. 8 p.m. 7, 8 p.m. I'm honestly surprised we don't have any tornado warnings down right now. Or we're not seeing more action with that. Blizzard warning and flash flood warnings all through blizzard warnings, West Virginia, flash flood warnings, spinning through Arkansas, portions of Tennessee and Kentucky, though. But yeah, I mean, bad weather is expected a lot of places right now, but especially down here. I thought these were tornado warnings at first up here, and I was like, what's going on? And then I realized that they're blizzard warnings. Nor'easter is still looking crazy. Oh, I need to change this. Let me get this. Let me exit out of here. Nor'easter still looking crazy. We can take a look at that real quick in a second. Okay, so not much going on here. Let's get back and let's talk about if I see any severe thunderstorm warning or tornado watch or tornado warning start to be posted. We're gonna head back to that. But we can start talking about what's up to date with the latest on our nor'easter. It's still tracking. Is Kentucky getting any snow Wednesday? Possibly. No, I'm not in Cape Cod. I'm north of Philly. Winter weather advisory in Ohio tonight. Southwest Ohio tonight? I guess you could get some back end snow from this, yeah. What are we looking like right now? Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna. You know, there's a lot of. I expected a lot more kind of action out ahead of this squall line that's setting up right now, and it's been kind of quiet, which is good. Which means we're probably going to have a better look at QLCS tornadoes, which are weaker. Let me go down here really quickly, and let's take a look at our latest reflectivity. See, that's not looking as bad as it was before. Still some sketchy looking stuff through here. I don't like these. That's at around 8 p.m. tonight. 7 to 8 p.m., and then moving up into Tennessee. They might shift that north. They might shift that severe weather north. And then we've got some issues here as well out ahead as we get into, and this is dangerous because it's so late. As we get into the real late hours, 10 p.m., this area is probably going to have the chance for some MCS type events. So we'll see. I'm interested to get Matt's opinion on what's going on here. Let me go back. I'll show you guys what's going on with the latest Euro. Give me a second. Florida's good. Panhandle needs to watch out. Panhandle needs to watch out. Most of Florida's good, though. The squall line could make it down to Orlando. The bright red that you were looking at before on the other radar was blizzard warnings. Okay, so this right here is that's blizzard warnings up there. That's blizzard warnings up there. All right, let's get into this. What's going on, Kev? Parker World. Yeah, let's get into it. Here's the latest Euro. Latest Euro pulled back on the snow a little bit. Not much. I mean, still thinks we're going to get a ton of snow from this potential nor'easter next week. Still got to call it potential because this thing could shift. It trends it a little east. Here's the latest totals. It thinks 10 inches. Really almost from... It's thinking 10 inches really from DC to Baltimore up through Philly and through most 10 inches to a foot through most of this region here that you see in purple. Still pretty good snow totals. Now the icon is going crazy right now. We'll see if it adjusts in the 18Z, but the icon latest run, and I'm not exaggerating to you, shows almost 3 feet of snow from Baltimore to New York City to Boston and everyone on the coast. Like 3 feet of snow into Long Island. I think that's a little crazy, right? Let's not lock that one in. That's not a lock. I'm siding with the Euro because this is a little crazy. Could this happen? We've had nor'easters that have dropped 30 inches in one day up here, but super rare. We really need the perfect timing with this piece of energy to our north. But we still have all our global models signaling major winter storm. A lot of them look like this, bringing that snow through portions of Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, Kentucky, southern Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, upstate New York, really southeastern upstate New York, obviously Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and potentially coastal Maine. Did I forget anyone there on that path? All looking like you could still see an impact from that. Here's our latest GFS. Our GFS actually trended west while our Euro trended east. So they're bouncing back and forth. Very normal to see that in this type of time frame. See, our GFS is back really close to the shore again. Compared to if we looked at our 00Z from last night, see this thing offshore? It came back. And it came back with vengeance. Let's look at the latest GFS assumptions here. The latest GFS, I mean, this would be a pretty wide swath of 9 inches to potentially 1.5 feet for these areas out here. So, including Philly to New York City, potentially up to Boston. We'll see if that. But again, it's looking more and more likely like it's gonna be a nor'easter, but it has time to. I don't think it's gonna shift too far west to bring us into the rain shield anymore. I think we're running out of time. I don't think we're going to be in the rain. The only thing I'm worried about with that little minor kick to the east of the Euro is if we get another kick to the east, the heavy snow is going to be offshore, so we're watching that. But right now it still looks good for everyone along this entire path. Well, tomorrow this is going to be within 96 hours, and that's what you call as meteorologists really your forecast. That's what you kind of call your solid forecasting range. So the confidence should shoot way up tomorrow. The snow we're looking at like right here in this time frame. You can see here. So we would like this to be here. We're really close. That'll be tomorrow, and then we'll know. You're not going to know snow totals until you're like 24 hours in, solid snow totals, but we'll know probably tracking of it. Pretty good. Tomorrow's going to be a fun video for me once we get the 00Z, the Euro out tonight, which should show this within about 96 hours. No problem, Kim. Yeah, I mean, we have a 12Z, so I take the 12Z pretty seriously because this is fresh data set from weather balloons, and it does bring snow very close to Dallas. I think snow flurries are actually very possible in Dallas. Accumulation doesn't look so likely, but, I mean, you're going to have below freezing air here. So you're going to have cold enough air in Dallas for snow. The moisture looks like it wants to, the energy looks like it wants to kind of start being created, and the convection out a little bit to your east. But, you know, this could slow down or speed up, and we could see a little bit more moisture gathering behind the system. So Dallas is still a possibility. So is areas like, I mean, right now we have sleet and ice into Charlotte. You know, 20, 30 mile shift south of this, that's all snow. So we're considering, we'll have to see if the models bring this any farther to the south. Nashville looks great for snow right now with the latest Euro. So we'll watch that. It really wants to bring some good snow into Nashville, potentially somewhere between 6 to 9 inches. It could end up being on the low end, but we'll see. And then obviously it wants to put some big snow into Kentucky, all of Kentucky. I mean, it wants 9 to 12 inches in all of Kentucky. You know, I'm not as confident once we get past here yet. Tomorrow we'll look at what these kind of totals are being guesstimated as, but Nebraska and Kansas look pretty good. Northern Oklahoma as well. This you know, this right here, about an 72 to 84 hour time frame. This looks pretty likely. Let me just double check, make sure we don't have any tornado warnings or anything. Okay. I want to go look at it. 1 second, guys. I'm looking at my other radar. I want to go look and see what this looks like on some of these radars here. Oh, we have a radar off in Monroe. Wow, lots of lightning here. I'm shocked we don't have any tornado watches or warnings on the ground right now. I kind of want to call Matt and see what's up. Let's get him on stream real quick, guys, and we'll continue to talk about some snow until we see some stuff going on here.
Your call has been forwarded to...
By the way, guys, okay, we'll get back to this. Selena, Jason, Teeny, Giles, Melanie, perfect. I appreciate you guys. Selena, how much snow for South Central Kansas? We can take a look at well, here, you know what? Let's get into Weather Bell here and let's see how it looks on here. I'm going to get into and show you all these different maps that we have here. You know, we have a lot of different stuff that's going on. Let's take a look at our European ensemble just to start off with. Our European ensemble is going to be on the low end, but let's go into South Central. Let's go into snowfall. So this is kind of the ensembles. So ensembles are how ensembles work is, let's go in 24-hour. How ensembles work is they're going to be a little bit more, why can't I think of the word? I say it 50 times a stream. Oh, Matt's calling me. You know, Kansas could get, this says 3 to 4 inches because it's taking into account some models that show none. Hey, 1 second, Matt. So I think 4 to 6 is possible. Matt, I said I'm kind of surprised we don't see any watches or anything going on right now.
They're waiting. It's the cold front's still stalled out, but the clearing's all gone, so it's looking like this could start anytime. If you look at the boundary layer in Arkansas, it's already starting to intensify.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
They did the mesoscale discussion 2 hours ago, so I was thinking that they were going to do it pretty soon, but I guess they're waiting until initiation, which should be within the next hour.
Yeah, we have some little kind of popcorn things wanted to start off ahead of the storm right now, but nothing too significant. You can kind of
our line is looking good over in Little Rock. It's getting ready to come through Little Rock there, and it's intensifying. It's got a lot of lightning with it. You're starting
yeah. Actually, well, let me actually show my chat real quick. I just zoomed.
My chat can hear you too.
What's going on, chat? Other chat? Chat wars. Yeah.
I know, right? I love this. This is awesome.
I zoomed into. Let me get into a single site radar. Yeah, I zoomed in near Little Rock, and we have a ton of lightning. Actually, to the south, the Shreveport radar as well. So it's intensifying.
Yeah. The surface-based Cape is overdone tremendously today. They've got 2 pockets of 2,000 and 3,000 across Louisiana and portions of western Mississippi there.
Okay.
I'm really concerned about Memphis. That's the area. Reed's in that area too.
Yeah, well, we should be that. Yeah, if Reed's in the area, that's like when Jim Cantori's in your city for a hurricane.
Yeah, the Helicity tracks on the 18Z herd had an EF2 plus sitting right over top of Memphis at like 6 p.m. time.
Okay. There's already some cells forming to the south of Memphis right now. I don't know if you can see that.
I think we're getting into that point where things are going to get going. We should see a watch
yeah,
soon.
just
I mean, moderate. I'm a little bit upset with that.
If you look between like Greenville, Mississippi, and Memphis, we've got a bunch of little things popping up there.
Yep. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep up with you today. I'll be streaming as long as I can.
Yeah, my chat, guys. If y'all don't know who this is Connor's Climate Corner. Amazing, another weather streamer. He's on live as well. You guys can bounce back and forth as well. Put him in the chat that way you guys can.
Yeah, I think my chat knows who this is. Mezzo Matt. All right, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Yippers. Sounds good, bud.
Peace. All right. He's gonna be live streaming this all day. We're gonna be covering this and trying to call these tornado warnings and watches before they happen. It's not too hard if you know what you're looking for to call these potential tornadoes before the National Weather Service even puts it up. They always lag behind a little bit, which isn't very good, but okay. Anyways, we're going to wait. I am going to be watching this in case anything happens. I actually need to turn on sound alert. We're going to go over chat. We're going to go over 1 second. We're going to go over kind of the snow expectations through this weekend and for our nor'easter next week, and we're going to go over some snow for a little bit here before anything cranks up in here. I will say this really quick, though. We do have a lot of flash flood warnings through northwestern Tennessee, Kentucky, and portions of Arkansas. So just understand if you're in those areas, what's going on around you. A. Brown, I appreciate the sub. Southwest Indiana snow accumulation. Yeah, we're gonna go over that. It doesn't look at like, I mean, here we've got it pulled up right here. So let's go into Ohio Valley. Let's get off ensemble. We'll go to our latest. We'll go to our latest European, since it's a 12Z run, and then we can go to 24 hours total. So Southwest Indiana with this system next week. I mean, right now it's 5 to 8 is looking possible with our latest Euro update. Shout out A. Brown. I appreciate the sub. By the way, guys, I finally got my first stage of monetization on YouTube, so I have memberships on YouTube. I'm going to start doing membership-only live streams on YouTube, just like I do sub-only streams on TikTok. And then I'm just going to start putting out some merch. You know, it's not going to be super expensive. It's just going to be fun stuff because I'm growing. But I have my friend working on all that stuff over on the YouTube side, trying to make my YouTube more engaging and build a community and have a better way to actually communicate with you guys when I'm off stream as well. Because that's my goal. I want to be able to communicate with everyone more, build a community when I'm off stream. So I'll build up my memberships on YouTube, and then we'll have some all the perks and everything like that. So possible nor'easter, we can't jinx it. It's looking more and more likely like it's going to be hard to jinx. It's looking like it's going to happen. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Becca. Oklahoma City. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's zoom out here. Let's just talk about this storm next week. Here's the 12Z Euro. This is great. It's a 12Z. That means it's fresh data from literally thousands of weather balloons that have been released all over the country. And that mixed with our satellite data. And this is our best snow model. So here's the latest update from the Euro as we move through. Okay, this is pushing into, this would really be if it says, let's go into, so this would really be Tuesday. We start getting snow into Nebraska, into Kansas, and then northern Oklahoma. You can see here that the bright pinks is about a foot. The purple, so this is about a foot. The purples is around 6 to 9 inches. The dark blues, 5 to 6. The light blues is below that. So getting into Tuesday, getting into Wednesday, I mean, this could be really huge snow for central. I mean, look at this. This could be monstrous snow for central and southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, as we push into Wednesday. Move a little bit farther. I'll actually zoom in here so you guys can see what's going on here. Ohio Valley. Where did I go? So, these are big numbers. Can you guys see that? Let me zoom in a little bit more. These are huge numbers. Maybe we're seeing 15 inches, 14 inches. I would always, a lot of times these models overdo it by an inch or 2 or 3. So I'd always, like, if it says you're going to get 15, it's probably more likely you're going to get like 9 to 12. But sometimes they're dead on. So it's you never know. It's a possibility. If the European, especially a 12Z model sees this in and around 100 hours, it's a possibility. I would say it's probably a little bit less. So anyway, so moving forward here, as we get later into Wednesday, here's our totals in Kentucky. I mean, just huge, 6 to 10 inches. I mean, this looks like it would be good for a lot, really central to southern Ohio. Even up north, you could get some. Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. You can see down here in Tennessee. Let's actually go straight into Tennessee because I'm not seeing what it's saying specifically for Nashville. One second. Let me get this back. I want to make sure there's nothing going on with our storm. Oh, we'll be able to watch live storm tornado chasers today too, guys. I can't pull them up for too long, but when we have tornado chasers on the ground, and we do have live video feed from them, so that's cool too. So we're gonna get into that. I may end up streaming a lot longer than I thought today, but it's okay. We got a long weekend, so here we go. And I'm watching the live feed, guys. If you don't know what's happening right now, we could have a major tornado outbreak. Not severe weather outbreak. That's different. Tornado outbreak, meaning a lot of tornadoes. Potentially strong ones. Not your EF0, EF1, EF2, like potentially over EF2. This severe weather system could kick in anytime now. We're just waiting for that low-level jet to kick in. The instability is going to be there. The lift's going to start soon, and we'll be cranking, and we'll be watching it. Hopefully, nothing too bad. Yeah, here's how we go going through Wednesday. Some good totals here. I said I wanted to go into Nashville real quick. Let me just push into states. Tennessee. It's really not going to show me Tennessee. Are you kidding me? That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Oh my God, it's not going to. Okay, I mean Tennessee. I mean Nashville. Well, I can tell you right now, this would be a 5 to 7 inch day for Nashville, and this would be snow for the whole state. Okay, moving out as we get into Thursday, this is when stuff starts to get crazy. Obviously, we're seeing totals that want to approach on this latest Euro 1.5 to 2 feet in Virginia and West Virginia, and potentially we have to see what happens. Right now, this wants an inch into Charlotte. We'll see. We're worried about there's going to be a lot of ice and mixing there. And this wants up in Greensboro. I think is it Greensboro up there in the north? Yeah, up in Greensboro, out to the west towards Winston-Salem, potentially out towards Durham. We could see a big day as well with snow. This is based on our latest Euro. Let's push out to the Mid-Atlantic really quickly. I'll get to all your questions, guys. I just want to show you because I know a lot of people are interested in it. This is our best look that we have at this snowstorm right now. Sorry, it's our Euro to 12Z. So I'm taking this one somewhat seriously, just out of what we call good forecasting range, but it's right on the boundary, really. So, this is the latest. This is not going to be exactly what we get. I promise you. Snow doesn't move in a wide band like this, or in a wide swath like this. It bands, and there's time for this to wobble. So. A Brown, exactly. It's not a lock. This is just the best, most updated model we have right now. It's a Euro 12Z, which is a great model to look at within this 120-hour time frame. But tomorrow is going to be even better once we get within that 96. So I'm just showing you this could shift a little bit to the south. A tiny bit to the north. We could see totals go up a little bit or go down a little bit. But this is what we would consider is our best outlook right now. Yes, this would be major snow for DC, Baltimore, everyone out here, Virginia Beach, Philadelphia. You know, the latest Euro wants to keep New York City at around 6 inches, but the GFS, Icon, and Canadian all have this storm farther inland, and I think the Euro might pull back to the west and bring this up towards Boston as well. So I actually don't think, my best guess wouldn't be this moving offshore like this. I think it actually would cut upshore, and this would be snow for coastal New England as well up here. But we need to wait a little bit longer, just because 3 models have it more, putting this foot up through here. And so weirdly, the Euro is actually the outlier in this situation. So, but can't guarantee it. So we need to watch a little bit longer. Nick Haggis, I appreciate you. JDJ, I'm probably saying that wrong. Laddie, what's going on? Brian, Will, I appreciate you. Can this shift south? Yes, it can. There are plenty of models where it is south. So let's go back to the United States. There we go. There are plenty of models where this is south. Here's what it looks like right now. If we go to our latest GFS, we don't want ensemble. Sorry. If we go to our latest GFS, it's actually a tiny bit farther north. If we go to our latest Canadian's actually a little bit farther south. It's a little weaker still, but this Canadian brings it up through Boston. Big snow through Boston and coastal New England there. Now our Icon, our Icon 18Z's out. How far south does our Icon bring us? Let's look at the 12Z because it's not loaded enough on that one. The Icon brings the Icon. Wow, the Icon just does crazy. The Icon does crazy things in the Mid-Atlantic. I mean, you guys want to see this? You guys want to see how crazy the Icon is for the Mid-Atlantic? I almost don't even want to show you these numbers because they would be so historical. Okay, chat. Prep yourself. Okay? And don't screenshot this or clip this and then, okay? Everyone, take your hands off of your phone, your mouse, whatever you're watching me on. Take your hands away because I don't want anyone to clip this and make me look like I'm saying this is going to happen. This is probably not going to happen, but the Icon is right sometimes. I'd give this a 10% chance of happening. It could happen. Do I think it's going to happen? No. It could happen. Take your hands off. No clipping this, okay? That's what your Icon thinks is going to happen. This is basically 2 feet of snow where I just circled. In a 12-hour period. 2 inches per hour for 12 hours. Yes, Lake, I need stickers. I made stickers. Okay, I got to get on the phone with you or on Discord with you so you can help me set it up because I've been trying to do it and I can't figure out how to do it. Can we do that later, please? Let's do that later. I'll snap you and I need your help later. I also need to make them for YouTube now too because I have memberships on YouTube now and I want to create those for YouTube as well. So emoji and stuff. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'll call you a little bit later. Grant, I appreciate it. But yes, could this technically happen? Yes, but this wouldn't be historic. This would be like the biggest snow we've seen through this region in like a decade for some for 2 decades. This wide of 1.5 feet of snow to 2 feet would be insane. 27 inches in Long Island, I think would be close to record. 27 inches in this short period of time, I think would be close to record. But again, this is the Icon, guys. The Icon's going crazy here. There's something to it. I'm like, there's a. Let's take a look at what our Icon sees with this piece of energy doing to the north. There's something to it. It's just such a insane amount of snow. I wouldn't bank on that happening. Let's go to our vorticity map. Here's the Icon. So the Icon, I'm guessing, has this piece of energy to the north absolutely cranking. Yeah, it just has it way farther south. So it has this really digging. The other ones, like the euro, has it up here. So it has it really digging, which is just going to create monumental lift out ahead of this and just rapid convection. So let's take a look at our euro, and I'm guessing that piece of energy is a little bit farther up to the north. There it is, okay? Way farther up to the north. Here's that piece of energy, and it's behind it a little bit. Remember, the icon's like down here. So and this is behind it a little bit. So, yeah, there it is. Let me go back to the icon. Let's compare this. Yeah, see that is just, this is just digging in on the storm compared to our euro, which is like here. So it's not a crazy, it's thought that trough could dig like that, though. That's the thing about the icon. That's not crazy to think that it could do that. Let me quickly just run back and look at our teleconnections really quick. Oh, yeah, I mean, our AO at that point still going to be, our Arctic Oscillation still a -3. What's our NAO? We're pretty negative on everything. And this is a lagging event here. This is a lagging event, which means this -6 is going to be, that's on the NAO is a -3. And this -6 Arctic Oscillation is going to probably show up in this time frame, which is when we see it. It's not crazy to think that that could happen. But we'll stick with the euro for now because we love the euro, right? We've got a love-hate relationship with all other models. Just a love relationship with the euro, pretty much. Clipped. Kev, get out of here. It could. It has enough time to shift south to Atlanta, but it would need to do it in tomorrow's. If we don't see any shift south in the model runs tomorrow, you're going to be running out of time in Atlanta. No, that was the Kuchera ratio. That wasn't the 10-to-1 ratio. Yeah, that was the Kuchera ratio. So I mean, look at this. This is the Kuchera ratio. Mid-Atlantic. Let me make sure we don't have any tornadoes popping off right now. Okay, we're still good. Blizzard warnings up in West Virginia. Okay. Yeah, this is the... Well, the icon only shows on here as a 10-to-1. So, but we can look at the icon in the Kuchera. The icon Kuchera actually puts down more than the 10-to-1. Sometimes the Kuchera puts down more than the 10-to-1. And we can see that here. Watch when I go to the Kuchera on the icon. Kuchera on the icon actually puts in way more snow. Puts in 32 inches into New York City. You heard that correctly. 2.5 feet. Whereas the 10-to-1 actually puts in less snow. Look. The Kuchera actually puts in a lot more snow. The Kuchera puts in 2.5 feet up along the whole coast. Wild, right? Again, is that going to happen? I wouldn't slam the money line on that. You know, if you know what I mean. Kitty, I appreciate you. Nah, New Hampshire getting it. Can I check Illinois? Should we check Illinois, guys? Illinois. Let's go to Illinois. Here's our latest euro for Illinois. Keeping a lot of that snow to the south. Right here, 2 to 4. And then down here, potential 7 to 8. That's kind of the latest on that. So Southern Illinois. I'm just going to spend my entire stream mispronouncing state names. Okay, guys? Kansas City, Missouri. All right, let's look at Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see. Missouri. Where's Missouri? Missouri. There we go. What's KC's? KC's like right here, right? Right on that little notch. I think so. It is. So that's our KC number. Here's our latest euro in Kansas City. 3.5 inches possible. That's from the 12Z. I could see it. You guys are within forecasting range, so I'd be shocked if you guys got no snow at this point from this system next week. I know it's irrelevant for you guys, but I'm currently in Istanbul, and they're expecting a severe snow in the area in the 22nd. Can you have a quick look? That's a week out. I have no way. I have no model that's going to allow me to see snow out there unless I go, I guess, to like the GFS. Here, watch this. Let's do this. We could try this real quick. This is not going to show me. Well, will it show me? It might show me winter weather, actually, on the GFS. Precipitation type. Here is the GFS in Istanbul. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I try Istanbul. Yeah, look at that. Beginning on the... Beginning... This looks like it starts on the 20th, not the 21st. And it's heavy snow until literally for 48 hours or for 72 hours straight. 72 hours straight of snowfall is what the GFS thinks for Istanbul. That could be huge totals, multiple feet of snow. It still looks like it's about 120 hours out from the event initializing. So this still could change, and you could also see the snow move off to your east of Istanbul. But yeah, massive troughing out here. Obviously, you can tell where the trough is, like this. And here's your low pressure. So yeah, if things stay the same and the forecast holds like this, that would be major snowfall for Istanbul and everyone out to your east as well. Anyways, look at that. We covered another country. All right, let's go into, there we go. So let me get back to our severe weather. Tons of tornado chasers out here, guys. We're going to have some good views today. Well, hopefully not too. Hopefully we don't see too many tornadoes for the storm chasers because I don't want anyone to get hurt. But with this kind of setup, it's kind of inevitable. We're going to see some what we call twisty boys on the ground. Yali, what's going on? NJD, Sarah, appreciate you guys. What's going on, Casper? So yeah, Nashville, Tennessee is looking like it could get some good snowfall. Let's go to Middle Tennessee. There we go. Here's the latest Euro. What number is Nashville? Here's the latest Euros. Nashville's going to be like... Is it this? I think this one's Nashville. What do you guys think? Is that correct? The one I circled? I think that's correct. What do you guys think? No? It's so hard when you... I know where Nashville is, but it's so hard on this map. Nashville's like in here. All right, which one? I'm going to circle until I get it right, okay, guys? Is this Nashville? Help me, guys. Is this Nashville? This one. People in the state know it better because you know the county. Okay. Got it. So right now, yeah, the latest Euro thinks 5 inches into Nashville is a possibility. Yeah. So do I. If the storm tracks a tiny bit farther south, you may end up with way more than that, but... Appreciate it, Yali. Hi, Bear. North Carolina. Yeah, do you see the totals that our latest 12... Guys, this is the 12Z of the Euro. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be... There's going to be wobbles. There's going to be... Snow doesn't move in a solid pack like this. It moves in bands, but... It's always good to see a 12Z of the Euro in this distance. It can get some good things. I mean, this could be... You guys think your ski season's over in Appalachia? Give me a break. I don't think you avoid snow with this, even if there is any wobble in the storm. I think Appalachia is guaranteed to get great snow. If you guys, the skiing there sucks. Okay, let's be honest. The skiing there would be great with this. So, yeah, I mean, latest Euro still wants to put You know, 1.2 inches in Charlotte. It's possible. This would be big snow for central to northern. If this happened, this region right here would be the only place of the entire North Carolina, of the entire state of North Carolina, that didn't receive like any snow other than a dusting all season. Okay, if this were to happen, which it could, but if this were to happen, this entire area of North Carolina would have seen snow, and not this area. This area happens to be where 85, maybe 80%, no, 75% of all people in North Carolina live, because the Charlotte metro area. That would just be terrible for you guys. That would be so unlucky, because we got snow out here already this season as well. It'd really be like this. How's the potential nor'easter? Still looking good. Still looking good. Can you guys not? There's your snow thing right there. See? Blues are typically 1 to 4 inches. Purple's typically 5 to 7. Once you get into your pinks, you're typically 8 inches to a foot. And then once you get into your very light pinks, you're over a foot. So this is kind of the perfect gradient here, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like that. Raining in Charlotte. Cool. Thanks for the update. I can see that. Yeah. Is it actually? Yeah, you got a little nothing major going over you guys. It's not supposed to be snowing in Charlotte right now. It's supposed to be raining. I have about 2 inches in North Jersey right now. Yeah, I'm in Central Jersey, and we have about, let me check. We got a dusting to a 1/4 inch. Outside, it's still kind of snowing. New England. Yeah, here you guys go. Here's our latest updated snow totals, potentials from the Euro up in the Northeast. It's shifted away from big snow. Here's your snow totals for this storm that's moving through right now. Here's what the 12Z thinks, right? Because we got snow moving in for you guys right now. So we won't even get into the nor'easter potential next week. This is for your snow potential tonight. 4 to 6 in Boston. Can you guys see that? And this is the Euro 12Z, so this is going to do a pretty good job. This is short range, so I can also show you the NAM 3K, actually, which would do a really good job as well. It really agrees with the Euro pretty much, except for some of that snow in northern PA. It could drop a little south. There's potential. Do you think the snow line could move south for the Nashville storm? Yes, I think it could. I think it's trending good too. Oh, you want to see Maryland percentages? The 000 Euro ended up being a nor'easter, then total disappointment from the 12Z. Yeah, no, Kyle, there's no disappointment when it's 120 hours out. There's just updates. If we were 48 hours out from this nor'easter and we saw that shift, that would be a disappointment. 120 hours out, it's going to keep wobbling back and forth. That's completely normal. It doesn't mean anything yet. It doesn't mean anything at all. We've seen the GFS take the snow offshore and back inshore like 6 times in the last 2 days. Doesn't mean anything. What means something is we have 4 global models that keep putting a nor'easter somewhere through here, which means someone through here is going to get snow. Well, unless we see the trend offshore, which we're not seeing that trend right now. The Euro shifted a little bit to the right, to the east. The other 3 are shifted west still. Nashville could really get good snow from this one. It could. You want to see what? Let's go back to Middle Tennessee. One second. Are you saying Tennessee won't get snow if it goes south? No, it would get more snow if it went south. The bigger snow that looks like it would fall in Kentucky would be over Tennessee. If it shifted south, you would even get more snow. Yeah, you'd be good. Really quickly, guys. Let me do Middle Tennessee. That's where it is. So just to show you what kind of, what are these different models showing for you guys? We've had a lot of questions about Tennessee. This is the GFS. The GFS thinks I would put this in the 2 to 5 inches possibility. 2 to 5 inches. Our latest European, really likes the idea of, I would say, 4 to 6 inches in Nashville. Our Canadian, notice they all put snow in Nashville. Our Canadian likes the idea of, I would say, 2 to 3 inches in Nashville. Our Icon likes the idea, just like the Euro. And I'll tell you this, last year, our 2 best snow models, once the winter was done, that on average got it right, mid-out, it went Euro, Icon, GFS, Canadian, actually. So I'm not surprised that the Icon agrees with the Euro. These are typically our 2 best models in this time frame for guessing snow totals. The Icon almost sees the same amount as the Euro. It gives it it sees like a 4 to 6 inch possibility through here. And look, you can see the isolated 6 to 7 through here. This could end up being more. So look at that, and then look at the Euro compared to that. They see a similar outcome, whereas the GFS does some weird stuff here, and so does the Canadian. Oh, that's the Canadian short range. Oops, but you get the gist. Atlanta could. We would need to see a pretty major shift south in the next 48 hours, though, because after that you're not gonna have enough time for that trough to see a major amplification change in the data. Thank you, Ginger Cat. Arsh. Yeah, Baltimore. Again, with our most updated Euro, you're that's crazy. I don't even want to show this, but it's looking like it's looking like a big day. Let's just say that 8+ inch day potentially. We're going to see this adjust. You guys want to see the panels? I'll go into the percentages and panels. People have been asking about that. Let me make sure we got no tornadoes on the ground. None. Okay. So, percentile. Probabilities of seeing an inch or more of snow. Here's what we have. Here's the whole U.S., Let's move forward. This is from the latest Euro. Let's move forward through the 25th. See this big gaping hole up here? That's because your temperatures are just too cold. Literally. It's called a cold core high. Anyone in this area, our best snow model thinks you have a chance of seeing an inch or more of accumulation of snow over the next 10 days. Charlotte is now into 50 to 60% range, which is interesting. Nashville's in 100%. Atlanta's in about 10%, or just below it. Probably I'd give Atlanta still like a 5% shot. And I mean, you can see this. So now 3 inches or more, you still got Nashville and Charlotte in there. Kansas City, St. Louis, a lot of these big cities, Columbus. I mean, that's 3 inches or more. Here's 6 inches or more. For some, Charlotte is still in the 6 inches or more chance. It's a 10 to 20% chance, but they still have Charlotte in the 6 to. That's crazy, actually. Charlotte's almost in the chance of getting a foot or more snow model. Okay, let's go to our panels really quickly. I think Charlotte's going to end up mixing in ice, but this is the Euro, so we'll see. Here's all our most updated panels. All the possibilities that the Euro sees with this snowstorm. This would be big southern snow right there. This would be huge mid-Atlantic snow. So I'll show you which ones of these go a little bit farther south. This would be a little bit farther south. That would be into Charlotte as well. How many of these do we have actually getting down towards... I mean, some of these do go down into like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Some of these dive into it a little bit down here. This one goes pretty far south as well. Let's look at our other panels real quick. I just want to see what all our potential outcomes are here with the latest panels. This would be pretty far southern snow. This would be huge. This would be huge for everyone. Lots of pretty crazy outcomes here. They all see the Mid-Atlantic and New England just getting hammered, though. This would be huge North Carolina snow for the entire state. This would be huge Charlotte snow, too. Most of these look good for Tennessee, if I'm being honest. For Tennessee and Kentucky. There's a couple that don't, but the majority of them do. All right, let's get back here. Last thing, and then I'll start taking questions again. Sean, I appreciate you. Carrie, thank you. Can you show the ones that show New York City nor'easter? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that too. Let me just show you some real quick here, guys. Look what's going on with our... Let's go to our European, U.S. surface temperature anomalies. Look at these look at these insane temperature anomalies. This is where we think records could be broken temperature wise next week. If you're in that circle, we could see historic records broken for that time of year. To the date. It shows snow for Texarkana. Yeah, there's some models that show a little bit of snow in the Texarkana. It's going to be tough, though. Yeah, here, let me go back to panels so you guys can see which ones. Someone asked which ones are the big Mid-Atlantic ones. Let's see how many of them actually see huge Mid-Atlantic snow here. Let's see how many of 50, okay? How many of 50? One, and I'll count huge Mid-Atlantic snow if we see anything widespread over like 6 to 8 inches. So even if it's like 8 inches or more, if it's widespread like through all the cities in the coast, that's a big deal. But a lot of these see even more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Jesus, 6. Okay, a little break there. 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's crazy. 10. This one's crazy. 11. Yeah, 12. 13. This one's pretty big. 14. This is out of 50 models, right? So this is where you get like your percentage from, if you really wanted me to give you a percentage. 15, 16. This is close. What am I on? 17? I'm probably wrong. 17, 18, 19. This is huge. 19, 20. I probably started counting wrong. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Half of our models see a major Mid-Atlantic, and that literally came out to 50, like 50% of them. Flip of a coin. Flip of a coin. Will you get a foot of snow in your backyard and be stranded, or will you not? I'm going to say you will, but we'll see. Matt, Nikki rocks. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I might have, my counting got a little weird there. I was trying to talk and count at the same time. I could barely even chew gum and walk at the same time. It was 23 out of 50 yesterday when I counted. Correct. It's a good trend, isn't it? You know why there's more this time? Well, I think we have 3 models that are favoring that snow farther to the west, and so some of these Euro models are as well. It says it's gonna snow next week on the weather app in northern Mississippi. Do you think so? There's a possibility, but very northern. You'd have to be up near that northern border, probably up near the 50, at least within like 50 miles of the border. Maybe less, 25 miles. It's possible, yes. That could shift a little bit farther south into Mississippi as well. It could. All right. I kind of want to see what's going on with our severe weather here real quick, guys. Let's switch up for a second here. Let's see what's going on here. Let me switch both of these, actually. I'll even switch this one to be on Radar Omega. So, we've got tornado chasers out here. Let's see if we can get some of them loaded up. Okay, they're all kind of shut down right now. Here's a live view of a... You can see it's a little bit windy there right now. That's in Memphis. This area is very concerning. Oh, they're doing some construction. What school is this? Is it literally Memphis? I'm an idiot. It's probably literally Memphis College. That's about to be a scary area to be soon. I'll tell you that. What do we got going on here? We've got some data. 94% humidity. That's nice. Nothing like a good 94% humidity. Just the air is almost completely saturated. Okay. Some of these areas, guys, in a couple hours are going to look wild. Reed Timmer is here. Does he have a live stream? I mean, he's going to be live streaming on his social medias. Can I pull that up? Let me ask Matt. Guys, if you are in this area, you need to have a way to get weather alerts. Weather Channel app, simple. AccuWeather app, simple. Both free. There's some other ones. Those are both free. Weather Channel app, AccuWeather app. You can turn on sound notifications. Oh, he's in Facebook Live. Okay. You can turn on sound notifications. Is that like a copyright if I stream his stream for a little bit? But turn on sound notifications. Weather Channel app, AccuWeather app. You need to know because this isn't your, we might get a couple weak tornadoes type of setup. This is we could get some devastating, not to freak anyone out. Just have weather alerts on. You'll be fine. Some very damaging, very bad long track tornadoes and potentially derecho with the squall line. Okay, yeah, right. I think sometimes it's up to, thanks, Lake. I think sometimes it is up to kind of the person. Let me see real quick. I want to see what he's up to, what he's saying. Reed Timmer, the tornado god. Tornado Jesus. Let's see. He is live. Let's see what's going on here. I think it's frozen. Is it frozen? I think we're frozen. 1 second, guys. They may be having technical difficulties. You can't see it. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, okay. They're frozen right now. Okay. We're gonna check in. We're gonna check in on that later. We're still good. No crazy severe weather going on right now. Matt's probably annoyed he went live so early because we're waiting for things to pop up, but it's gonna start here soon. It's kind of guaranteed. South Jersey totals. Listen, the icon thinks you could get 34 inches in 12 hours. In South Jersey. The European, which I don't think that's going to happen, but the European doesn't think you're going to get that much. The European only thinks you're going to get about a foot of snow in South Jersey. Sorry to disappoint you. Listen, if that piece of energy doesn't dig or enters too early or too late, the snow could go off the coast and we might not get any in the mid-Atlantic. I don't think that's a great possibility, but it's still a possibility. How bad is Memphis getting hit today? Well, let's just say this. That's where Reed Timmer is. I think that'll tell you. I think that answers your question. Hopefully, we get nothing through Memphis. Memphis Metro. Memphis is in a bad area. Memphis is in an area with a lot of unstable air today. let's hope for the Icon. Parker, the Icon would be devastating, actually. The Icon Kuchera model would literally... The Icon Kuchera model, if that were to happen with this nor'easter next week, if that model were to be correct, this, for a lot of areas on the coast, would be the biggest snowfall ever in recorded history, and would shut down the mid-Atlantic and New England coast for a week, if not more. Like, it would be bad. Widespread 30 inches up the coast would be horrible. And if the Icon were to happen, that would mean major ice just to the south of where that storm travels to, and we'd see an inch of ice over a large area. So I want a lot of snow. I don't want the Icon to happen. It would be very bad for a lot of people. "13 hours of snow in Charlotte." Charlotte still looks to be in the mixing side, but it's very close. The European still wants to put snow into Charlotte. But yeah, if the Icon happened, it would be all time in recorded history totals for a lot of areas up and down the eastern seaboard, starting in like Virginia Beach, potentially, or not even potentially starting in coastal North Carolina. That's how bad the Icon. That's how crazy the Icon looks. So we're hoping we don't want it to be that bad. I can tell you that right now. Confused, I appreciate you. Big country. Bro. Rocks, Nikki, Matt. My weather app says 15 to 19 inches in Bucks County. It's possible. I'm favoring the Euro, thinking a little bit less. I'm thinking it's going to be more of a 7 to 10 inch day, but yes, it's not there. The GFS and Icon and Canadian want more. Oh no, the Icon still shows that updated, the 18Z. Well, the 18Z isn't new data. It's just adjusted for time. So it's usually, we're going to see a bigger shift from an 18Z to a 00Z or from a 6Z to a 12Z. We usually don't see as big a shifts with these ones, but let me see what the Kuchera says. Yeah, the Kuchera still shows 26 inches of snow in South Jersey with the 18Z. 20 inches into Philly, 19 inches in New York City, a foot into Boston. Baltimore to DC, 20 inches still on the Icon, but you know, the GFS 18Z is loading in too. But you know, what matters more, I'm just telling you, just because the Euro is going to be right 8 out of 10 times. Not every time though. Notice I said 8 out of 10 times. What's going to be correct more is going to be the Euro. I think the Euro's wrong with how far off the coast the snow goes because the GFS, Icon, and Canadian are farther west, so there's more model consensus on that. And based on the way that the energy looks to the north, all those models agree on that as well. My weather app says only 10 inches. Will it be more in Adirondack, New York? It depends how far west the storm moves in. It's going to be that snow system next week is going to be a Tuesday to Thursday event. It's going to be moving through the Rockies and the Plains on Tuesday, and then it's going to be Wednesday through here, and then it's going to be a Thursday event up through New England. So it's going to be like, this is going to be like a Tuesday, kind of Wednesday, and then kind of like Thursday event. Are they back live on here? Or are they still frozen? 1 second. Let me recheck. Reed Timmers. The live has ended. Reed. 1 second, guys. Oh my God, he just got off live. Yeah. Here, let me get back to snow totals. I'll show you what snow totals could look like in Indiana. Here, let's just straight up go into Indiana. You're expecting a little bit of, well, here, let's go in the short range first for you guys. NAM 3K. In the short term, you're expecting a little bit of snow, nothing major. Now, for the system next week, what could we see? That's the potential for the system next week. So, 2 to 5, 5 to 7. 5 to 7 southern, 2 to 5 through here, 1 to 2 through here. That's the latest on that. When you get in the sign that says "Don't trust the weather apps," I know. Don't worry. I'm not gonna tell you. You're just gonna see it one of these streams. 20 inches isn't too crippling in Baltimore. We can handle it. Yeah, I'm sure you can. I know the plow people want it. Missa and A Brown. I appreciate you guys. I never realized this about people who plow. I don't know if anyone in my chat right now plows, but I always get people coming in my chat who plow, who their job is to plow snow, and they get like excited for it. They're like, how much snow am I getting? Do I get to plow? I always thought people who plowed snow, they just did it for extra money, but it was like, ugh, now I got to go plow all this snow. And I've slowly started to realize that I think people who plow snow get like really hyped for it. Marcus, do you get hyped for it? Are you like, hell yeah, foot of snow's coming? Yeah, Josh said I do. Almost all the people who have came in and mentioned who plow, they're all like, they're always saying stuff like, oh, I really hope that happens. Oh, I really hope we get that much. And I'm like, oh, I always thought plow people were like, oh, no, I really hope we don't get that much snow. I really thought you guys were rooting for no snow. I guess so, payday. Is it more, do you get paid more if there's more snow to plow? Because is it based on like hourly or something? Because if that's the case, I would 100% understand it. Some said yes, some said no. A lot of people said yes. Per inch. Ah, okay. That's all you had to say. All right. Well, for you guys through here where we might get snow next week, I hope it's 2 feet for everyone. Yeah, it probably depends on where you are. I know like my wife's from around Minneapolis, and you know they'll average 40 to 50 inches a year. They're having a terrible snow year this year, but on average they average 40 to 50 inches a year. So up there, it's probably you need more inches to get paid more. But like for places like in the Mid Atlantic where you don't see 40 to 50 inches a year, where you see closer to 10 to 15 on average, then you probably get more. Baltimore snowplow. Baltimore's going to get like 100 inches this year. Baltimore snowplowers, they probably need to see like a foot or more. I plow and get paid by the hour, 75. Nice. Yeah, so more snow, more. Okay, that makes sense. I need to shift down so bad I'm in central South Carolina. It's going to be tough to shift that far south, but it's not impossible. It's going to be tough, though. I'm happy I have you the idea about the weather apps. I'm happy to give you the idea about the weather apps, son. I'm glad, too. We want snow. We want snow. Yes. I appreciate the follows and subs, guys. I appreciate the follows and subs. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure we don't have any big tornadoes on the ground right now. Okay, we are starting to get breaking news. We are starting to get special weather statements along the squall line moving through eastern Texas. What does that mean? Oh, we have a flash flood emergency. Okay, hold up. Multiple things are going on right now. Flash flood emergency right to the southeast of where Ryan Hall y'all lives. I don't know if you guys know him. Very close to where he lives. Oh, hold up, guys. This is important. Just so you guys know how rare flash flood emergency is, we have about 10 to 15 of these an entire year. We average about 1 a month. But it's usually, these are rare. These are way more rare than, these are like one of the rarest emergencies you can get. We need to talk about this really quickly. We need to talk about this. Give me a second. Save. This is important. This is life-threatening. Let's talk about it really quickly. Flash flood emergency. This is not a warning. Okay, right here. This is in, I believe. Okay, let me get this off here. This is in eastern Kentucky. 1 second. Okay, this is in eastern Kentucky. This is an observed flash flood that is ongoing right now. Damage threat, catastrophic. Expires in 4 hours. Really quickly, we need to address this. Flash flood warning, which is now a flash flood emergency for the town of Hurley and Slate Clear near Grundy. What this means is there is currently a flash flood happening as we speak with catastrophic damage in this area. Flash flood warning also for, I'm going to butcher this, but Buchanan County in southwestern Virginia and Dickinson County in southwestern Virginia. Really quickly, let's just talk about this. At 4:36 p.m., local law enforcement reported heavy rain in the town of Hurley and Slate Creek. Now, between 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rain has already fallen, and initial rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches. This is happening quickly. Flash flooding is already occurring. This is a flash flood emergency. This is, again, we only get about 10 to 15 of these a year. For the town of Hurley and Slate Creek, this is a particularly dangerous situation. This is what we call a PDS. This is the most dangerous thing that we can see in the weather world. Seek high ground now. This is from the National Weather Service. Hazard: life-threatening flash flooding, heavy rainfall producing flash flooding. Source: law enforcement report it. Particularly dangerous situation. This is a PDS. Seek high ground. They keep saying it. Get away from low crossings, small creeks, streams. If you're anywhere around here, this flash flooding could spread out into other areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Clintwood, Grundy, Hazy, Davenport, Breaks Interstate, John Flanagan Lake, Big Rock, Trammell. I'm butchering these names. Clinchco, Van Sant, Roseanne, Oakwood, Stacy, Nora, McLure, and Hurley. Oh my God, that was really hard for me to say. Catastrophic flash flood is ongoing along Slate Creek and Grundy and Knox Creek near Hurley. Swiftwater rescues are currently ongoing in Slate Creek. They're currently rescuing people. Take this seriously. This is a PDS life-threatening. It's happening right now. This is just that's up where Ryan Hall lives right there. So take it seriously. And anyone who's in any of these greens here, these areas could be next. Hopefully not, but you need to treat these. You need to be prepared and have weather alerts because of this. All these areas. All of these areas down here where all this flash flooding is occurring. Special weather statements. This is probably because our squall line's starting to juice up a little bit down here. Quickly read this special weather statement that's going on, guys. This is about to get very hectic. Doppler radar was tracking a line of strong thunderstorms extending near... Can I just get some normal names? Sarepta to 7 miles northwest of Joaquin, or extending from 10 miles south of Spring Hill to 14 miles southeast of Carthage, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Winds up to 45 miles per hour, pea-size hail. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs, blow around insecure objects. This is only going to intensify. This is the squall. This is what we're worried about, bringing derechos and some tornadoes out ahead. Let's see if we have any live feed from our tornado chasers on the ground right now. I don't think we do. Here we go. This is a live tornado chaser right now. So we'll see if he can get us anything today. Okay. So flash flood emergency. Flash flood emergency for Grundy and the surrounding areas. It's hard to tell. That looks like it's Kentucky, but I guess it's not. It's West Virginia. Southwestern West Virginia. Okay, sorry, let's get back. That's what we got going on there right now. We'll switch back for a little bit, wait for some more updates. If you know anyone in that area, let them know. It's ongoing. There's currently rescues ongoing from law enforcement. That is Radar Omega. It's a free app. I pay for a version that gives me a little bit more access, but the free version actually gives you quite a lot as well. And there's like tiers to it. The first tier that gives you access to a lot of things too is like super cheap. It's like $6 a month or something like that. Literally like nickels a day. But this is Pivotal Weather. It's free as well. I have the paid version. Weather Bell, I have the paid version. I do that all because I need a commercial license to show you guys this stuff and to get access to all their features. Can you do West Georgia right on 20 freeway, Alabama, Georgia for overnight? Well, we can take a look at when this is all moving in. Let's go to our latest HER model. Let's go to our latest HER model. Let's go to the 20Z. There we go. So, Alabama, Georgia, this squall line in severe weather looks like it's probably going to start moving in at around 1 a.m. 1 to 3 a.m. 1 to 3 a.m. Somewhere in there. Depends where you are. And it's going to be pushed out by the time probably the sun comes up. So that's it. I hate that. I hate the areas that the worst weather is going to be 1 to 5 a.m. when everyone's sleeping. You need to keep your weather alerts on if you're down here. AccuWeather, Weather Channel app, both allow you to have sound notifications on in case you suddenly get under a tornado warning and you're sleeping. Totals. Snowfall for Ocean City, Maryland next week, potentially a lot. All of Maryland could see over a foot of snow next week. We need to wait a little bit longer to get exact totals. But yeah, the European thinks even coastal Maryland could see 8 inches to a foot right now. Yeah. So give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's go into here. 1 second, guys. Un momento. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, I'm just looking something up. Looking something up. Okay. One second. Alright, I need to fix this. Sorry. Alright, I need to fix that. Okay. Sorry, guys. Washington, D.C. this week. Well, we're watching D.C. for next week because of this nor'easter. You guys obviously have a ton of rainfall coming through this weekend. Not expecting snow. Potentially some flurries behind the system on Sunday, though. Severe weather, I think, isn't going to be an issue in D.C. Not impossible. Some localized flash flooding. A small EF0, EF1 tornado is not impossible up here. But it's looking more like this is just going to be a bad rain event with maybe some snow flurries behind it. Next week could get crazy. Nurse, I appreciate you. Oh, whoa. Shout out, Nurse. Pam, what's going on? Accumulation in southern Indiana next week. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Indiana in here because I feel like I keep showing Indiana. Okay, I'm going to take a break from Indiana for a while after I show it this time. Here's Indiana with our snowstorm next week. The potential right there. Right there. That's our latest Euro 12Z. It's a pretty good model. Merrick, I appreciate you. Can we go over next week? Nowhere is showing New Jersey, New York for the 20th. Hello, Jojo. Did you watch my video today? Mud Dog, I appreciate you. Here you go. Here's the latest. Here's the best snow model we have. Most updated for New Jersey, New York. Here's New York. Now, most of the other models have the snow continuing up here, like a foot of snow. So the Euro wants to pull this offshore right around New York City and Long Island. But we'll see. A lot of these models don't agree. You can kind of see even what the GFS wants to do if we go up there. Wants to bring the snow actually up. Oops, this is the 18Z that's loading in. Wants to bring the snow actually up the coast. Wait, what the heck? What am I looking at? Oh, the ensemble. Like, what is going on here? This is our deterministic GFS. So this wants to bring it actually up to shore. And bring a foot into central and southern Jersey. Shut up, Pam! Pam reached level 30? Jeez, what do you got to do to reach level 30? Pam, I think you're at the top of the leaderboard. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't even know. You've got the craziest looking symbols on my screen, though. Yeah, we'll push over to Missouri real quick. I'll show you guys these states. Well, we don't call it Missouri. We call it misery, but... All right, let's go to misery. Just to remind you guys, Missouri is not a Midwestern state. Okay, do you want to start that argument again? For anyone who wasn't here, we did a poll. We did a poll in our live yesterday. 60% of chat. It was a 60-40. 60% of chat said Missouri's in the Midwest. Disappointing. Like, I know it's technically in the Midwest, but I just don't consider it there, you know? You're looking for trouble. I know. Like, I know, like Wikipedia says it's in the Midwest, but, like, Midwesterners don't consider it in the Midwest. Okay, and then over to Kansas. Someone asked about Kansas as well. This is from our latest 12Z. For that storm next week. Based on everything we know right now, what do you think is going to happen on Long Island? I think Long Island's going to... If I had to take my best guess, my absolute best guess, I think Long Island's going to end up with 5 to 8 inches of snow next week. But that was really mean. You made me guess snow totals 5 days out. You know that's impossible. Yeah, anything below Iowa is in the Midwest. Yeah, I agree, Adam. Most Midwesterners agree. But technically, if you look up U.S. regions on like Wikipedia and Google, it's in the Midwest. It's a weird one. The state is kind of split into two. Call Matt and see what Matt sees. Yeah, right? I love the updates from Matt. We have a sub wave. 10 more minutes. Can we get 3 more subs? Appreciate anyone who's followed, gifted, subs, just being in here. Thank you guys. I will be on here for a while longer. Let me see here. Oh yeah. 1 second, guys. One second, guys. Okay. Hey. Okay, what were we doing, guys? Someone remind me. Best guess for DC. Why are you doing this to me? Actually, I think DC would be similar to that. Kyle, stop doing that to me. Oh, no, that was Eric. Okay. No, that wasn't you, Kyle. I think 5 to 8 is still the best guess right now until we get closer. DC as well. I think this region in general, well, I would say this region in general, more like a 6 to 9 is the most likely. But that's because we're outside of 96 hours. That changes once you get within 96 hours. You can't be confident on multiple feet of snow out this far. Calling Matt. That's right. Oh, there they are.
Hello.
My chat has been hijacked, and they just keep saying put Matt back on.
Your tour watches are out. They just got issued for.
I just saw 35 tornado watches pop up on my Radar Omega.
I don't know why they decided to just issue them all at once. I mean, this is a huge box. It goes from Memphis, Tennessee, all the way down to Central Louisiana.
I mean,
and it's out until 10 p.m.
Well, no, it goes. I mean, we have tornado watches almost to Kentucky.
Yeah, it goes to the Kentucky line there.
Yep.
See that.
Yeah, it's like from the Gulf to Kentucky all at once. I'm seeing these bands pulling up right now through to the north and east of Lake Charles.
Yeah, I was looking at those are those convergence bands.
Yeah.
Influence bands that are setting up. They look really good. They look spicy.
I know. Spicy. Hey, that's my word.
Yeah.
All right, well, here, just say hi to chat. See, chat, I called him.
Hello, y'all. My chat say hi to Connor. He's on stream as well.
Hey, Matt's chat. I'm sure you saw the PDS already.
Yeah, the emergency.
Yeah.
In Virginia. Yeah, I saw the picture on X too, dude. It's awful. The whole town's underwater.
Oh, is that Virginia? I was like, is that West Virginia, Kentucky, or Virginia? It's right on the border.
Up near east of Cumberland.
It's like right on the border there of all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it, and it said there's law enforcement currently making rescues.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that right now.
I know. The rain, they're going to have a little bit of rain here soon, but they're going to get more rain as this band moves through.
The warm sector lifting, it's almost like up to where we're at.
It is. You guys are actually in heavy rainfall right now, are you not?
It's all right. The roads outside aren't too bad, though. But yeah, we're in it, in the middle of it there, yeah.
This lifted pretty far north.
I think we have an isolated tornado risk now.
Phil, Mississippi.
To be honest with you, I'm pushing for it.
Oh my god, we have so many storm chasers out on Radar Omega.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh god, I'm excited, but I'm also very nervous at the same time.
Me too. I am nervous. I'm still really upset that they didn't pull the moderate. I think this is going to be moderate material, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, I'll call you a little bit later when my chat harasses me.
Sounds good, bud.
All right, bye. There you go. Just so you guys know what we're talking about here. They just slammed tornado watches all at the same time from basically the Gulf all the way up through Kentucky. The National Weather Service, can you guys see that? Let me move this over a little bit more. The National Weather Service just said, we need to put tornado watches without any supercells or anything in the area. It's still clear air. They just said tornado watches for this entire region. Do you see how huge that is? To throw tornado watches on with nothing in the area? Why? This is clear air. Contrary to popular belief, where you see all this yellow and green and all these terrible rain, that's not where the bad tornadoes happen. It's right out ahead of these squall lines, right out ahead of the rain. Why? That's where your warm air is lifting. This is cool, drier air pushing from behind, and this is moist, warm air pushing in front. You get this hot air pushing up, and that humidity meets that cold air in the back, and that's what produces your rain. But out ahead where it's dry, this is where you start to get these. You have wind shear out here on the surface. And where this warm air is rapidly rising ahead of this squall line, it's going to tilt that wind shear up into a spinning column of air. And so this is where you get, right out ahead of this, they put these watches, I think, in the perfect area. Right out ahead of this is where you can get the big twisty boys, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Radar Omega. This is where you can get the really, really big ones. Especially, and I pointed this out to Matt, I'm concerned about these cells right now moving up through Louisiana, just to the northeast of Lake Charles, through Alexandria, up towards Monroe, Lake Providence, Greenville, Mississippi. This is kind of going to be the start of it. We've got some storm chasers
on my end. Thank you, Glenn. Ted, thank you.
Looks like a beautiful day, right? Looks like a beautiful day. What could go wrong? We'll see.
Good.
It's let's see what else we have. Let's see if we have any other good cams out here right now. Some of these guys, they don't have their signals on quite yet, but they will probably shortly.
Do everything and then be having issues. Makes no sense, but it's how it always goes.
Tornado chasing is crazy. Okay, sorry guys. This is a good teaching opportunity. Yeah. New GFS is loaded enough. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Chat, do you know what the safest place to be directionally with the tornado when you're chasing a tornado is? Do you want to be south, north, west, east? Where do you want to be when you're chasing a tornado so that you're the safest? Typically, for the most part, with most tornadoes. You know what? We're gonna do a quick little poll for you guys over here on TikTok. Let's do this. What is the safest place to be when chasing tornadoes? Here, I'll do safest place to be when chasing tornadoes, and then we'll do 1 second. All right, we're going to do this poll real quick. YouTube, tell me what you think. All right, safest place to be when chasing tornadoes. Northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. At home in the basement, correct. Carol wins. Well, okay, I feel like this is kind of a trick question. You guys are... I shouldn't have put... I should not have put Southwest as an option, and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, so 24 votes for Southwest. Southwest should not have even been an option. Yes, we watched Twister. Southwest should not have even been an option because, yes, the Southwest, of course, is the safest because these systems are moving to the east. So it's not going to turn around and hit you typically. I meant like if you actually want to get, like these chasers that want to get a visual of the tornado. Does that help you guys? Because if you're in the south, if you're southwest of the tornado, you're in the rear flank draft and you're seeing a bunch of rain and you're not seeing the tornado. If you want to be in the best place to see the tornado but still be safe, like the best place to get an angle, no, northeast is the most dangerous. It would be in the southeast. Especially in the U.S., we see a lot of these tornadoes tracking like this. They rarely will dive too far to the south. A lot of times they can wobble north and wobble east like this. But yes, Southwest, you guys were right, is the safest because Southwest technically is the safest. You're just not going to get a good visual of the tornado. You're not going to be doing your job well. You're not going to be doing a good job as a tornado chaser if you're looking for a tornado if you're always in the Southwest. But yes, that is the safest. So I guess you guys actually won that. Chat's smarter than... Okay. You guys got me with that one. That's actually, I guess, the right rigged. That's actually the right answer. Now, you guys all started answering that, and I scratched my head, and I was like, damn, technically they're right. I should have worded it differently. But yes, you want to be out to the east of the tornado to get a good visual, but you don't want to be in the northeast. That is, typically these things are going to drift north and east. So if you're out ahead of the tornado, which you need to be out ahead of the tornado or to the south, or just straight to the north, you want to be to the south and to the east, not to the north and to the east. We were trained by Connor. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll get back. Watching this, let me just get a quick one more
You guys,
here.
Tons of sunshine ahead of this. Yeah.
Really quickly, before we get back to talking about snow, do you guys hear what he just said? Tons of sun. And this is a seasoned tornado chaser. That's live. Tons of sunshine ahead of this. That's not good. Clear air is not good. Clear air, sunny skies, your air is warming out ahead of it. You have instability when you have a high pressure at the surface and a low pressure aloft. So when you have heat at the surface and cold air aloft. They have heat at the surface right now, and they have clear air, and they have rising. That heat is rising. Yes, lots of warm air, lots of sunshine, lots of clear air for a good inflow and updraft. That, what he just said right there, he said it intentionally. When he said lots of sunshine, he wasn't just pointing out the obvious. He was saying it because it has to do with how strong they think these tornadoes are going to be. Lots of sunshine. He's like, if he was looking up and seeing a ton of clouds, even partly cloudy, you're like, okay, maybe this isn't as unstable as we think it is. When he looks up and he's like, tons of sunshine, that is just a call for massive instability. All right, let's get back here. Sunshine is terrible out ahead of a squall line. You would like to see hopefully a little bit of rain because it cools the layers of the atmosphere and that causes stabilization in the atmosphere. But if anything, some clouds. We had some snow falling up here. Look at all the snow falling up in the northeast. Yeah, let's go back over some of these snow maps here. Sorry, I was looking at my radar mega. Let me just finish this and let's get back into talking about, I'll answer your snow questions here. Check GFS, I'll do that right now, yeah. Most updated GFS. Boom. Huge blizzard still for the Mid-Atlantic. Huge blizzard still. Nothing's changed. South Jersey is under 18 feet of snow. Everyone in Jersey's been whining all year. We never get snow. Snow always goes around us. I swear, better not hear you guys whine once for the next decade if this GFS and Icon are correct. I don't want to hear you guys whine until like 2040 about snow if the GFS or Icon are right about this. You bunch of whiners. Let's see. Let's see what the latest GFS thinks for South Jersey. 18 inches of snow. Would that be enough for you in 12 hours to stop complaining? Oh, that was, you're right. That was the 12Z. Okay, it still has 14 inches in South Jersey. 16 inches in South Jersey. But what it does do is it shifts the snow a little bit farther east. This has Philly in 5, New York City in 5 now. So it actually shifted again, a wobble out here. Doesn't really matter outside of 96 hours. This is the Euro actually now is farther out west than even the GFS is. But the GFS and Euro are in a little bit more agreement here, except for the GFS actually goes up farther to the north. GFS goes farther to the north. So if you guys want to take a look at what that latest snow total looks like, here we go. Let's go back over to Mid-Atlantic. This is the latest GFS. Here's the latest GFS. No, sorry, not that one. Can we go? There we go. Here's the latest GFS. Right there. Pretty big snow. Central to southern New Jersey still. Delaware, pretty big snow. DC to Baltimore. Philly still 6.5. So the Euro has this a little bit farther to the west. You see that? Euro brings out a little bit farther. This 10 inches to a foot. A little bit farther out here. And it's a little bit wider of a swath through here. So does the Icon. So does the Canadian. So the GFS has been wobbling back and forth, like I actually talked about earlier, over and over again. We have seen so many wobbles from the GFS. It's making me nauseous. We are going to complain no matter what, 3 feet or not. I bet, Parker. Oh, we don't want to shift east. Big Daddy Euro. Only 3 inches in bucks. Yeah, but again, that's the GFS. The GFS last run had a foot in bucks. And then this run has 3 inches. It's just wobbling back and forth. It's completely normal to see. Also, guys, remember, you can't take an 18Z as seriously as a 12Z or 00Z. It's not a fresh data set. It's just accounting for the change in time from the 12Z and the shift in the weather systems. I have the right to play in Long Island on 1 foot. How accurate do you think it will be? The GFS, it's not going to be accurate this far out yet. Monica, Nick, Fav, Confused. I appreciate you guys. Mud Dog. I'm seeing different numbers from everywhere. I know. For Kansas City. I think Kansas City right now, the best, it looks like a 3 to 6 inch day somewhere in there is your most likely for next week. But we can take a look at we haven't taken a look at our national blend. You want to take a look at our national blend for the entire United States? USA. USA. Here we go. Here's the national blend. Again, widely considered the safest model to look at because this is a blend of all of our models put together. It does the work for us. We don't have to look at all the different models. This blends every single model together in an attempt to give us the most likely outcome. Great model. You guys can see here 4 to 7 inches through this entire region, right? That's what it's kind of showing. 4 to 7 inches possible through that entire region. That does include potentially, I mean, some of these areas could see 8, 9, 10 inches. That does also include Nashville potentially. And then this is the second storm. So, you know, out here, it's still showing, it still wants 7 to a foot through here. So that's the national blend. Yeah, the national blend, the totals are always going to be a little bit lower because it also accounts some models that show no snow for some areas. So it drags the totals down. So you're probably going to see more snow than this in some of these areas because it's including models that show no snow. So it drags the total. It drags the average down. So OKC is going to be really close to getting snow or not getting snow. OKC is going to be... We need a little bit of a farther shift south because models right now don't love snow into OKC. Does the latest GFS give you a chance in OKC? Let's see. Gives you a chance. Here you go for Oklahoma. Gives you a chance, but it's really looking like a dusting. Let's see here. Oh, let's get... Okay, still all just tornado watches. I keep forgetting we have this severe... Okay, we have another... Oh my gosh. We have another flash flood emergency. We have 2 flash flood emergencies in the same storm already. Again, we average like 10 to 15 of these a year. We have 2 in the same storm right now. Hold up, guys. PDS. Particularly dangerous situation has been issued by the National Weather Service. This again is in Virginia. Tazewell, Richlands, observed. Flash flood observed. Damage threat catastrophic. Expires almost over 6 hours. This is a particularly dangerous situation. These are one of the most rare. These aren't warnings. These are emergencies. These are extremely rare to see. National Weather Service, Blacksburg, VA. Flash flood emergency. The National Weather Service in Blacksburg has issued a flash flood warning, which is now an emergency, for Tazewell, I think it is, Tazewell County in southwestern Virginia. Emergency management reported heavy rain across the warned area. Between 1.5 and 3 inches of rain has fallen. Additional rainfall, half an inch to an inch and a half, are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing. Or expected to begin shortly. Life-threatening flash flooding, heavy rain producing flash flooding. Emergency management and law enforcement reported this is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Life-threatening flash flooding of low water crossing small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Richlands, Tazewell, Burks Garden, Clifffield, Bluefield, Cedar Bluff, Pocahontas. Take this seriously now. Again, move to higher ground now. This is an extremely dangerous, life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing the area, subject to flooding or under evacuation order. Very serious. We have 2 PDS flash flood warnings going on at the same time right now. Like I said earlier, this can sometimes spread to surrounding counties, and this is. What a way to kick this off. We're not even seeing tornadoes yet. We're already seeing PDS flash flood warnings or flash flood emergencies. It's terrible. They're already making rescues doing this.
You get excited and happy. You're out here like, man, this is great, wonderful. And then you forget that.
We're already seeing. Yeah, that's gonna get worse up there. They're already making rescues in the county to the west of there. Weather Channel app, AccuWeather. There's some other weather apps, but I know Weather Channel app and AccuWeather allow you to turn on sound notifications for all of these warnings. Tornado warning, thunderstorm warning, flash flood warning, or emergency. So I would suggest if you're in any of these areas, you get that and you turn it on because we're going to get into nighttime and this event's still going to be going on and people are going to be sleeping. And there could be a tornado warning, flash flood warning, and you'll have no idea. You'll sleep through it. So if you're in these areas, it's just best to have that on when these events happen. If you have a way to get warnings, you'll be okay. What's the best weather app for accuracy? I don't use any weather apps. I use all of this other software that I have. But I've heard people like AccuWeather. I've heard good things about AccuWeather. The Weather Channel app shouldn't be too bad either, but I've heard good things about AccuWeather. Why has the Euro 12Z trended further east? All the models have wobbled back and forth, so I wouldn't worry about it. We still have the Canadian and Icon farther west. We'll see what happens with our run tonight. Completely NFL. Sorry. You know, I'm reading a lot of different things. Speaking of sound, I should be getting sound notifications when this happens, and I'm not. Let me see something real quick in my settings. Let's see. Settings, no. 1 second, guys. I need to be getting sound notifications. Multiple warnings. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alerting options, desktop notifications, desktop alerts, sound. Okay, good. Let me... Yes, okay. So these should all be on now. Alarm. Let me just turn these on real quick. Alarm. I don't know why these were turned off. They were turned on at one point and they got turned off. So I don't have to keep looking. I'll get notified. Alarm. Special weather statement. Okay, that's fine. Tornado watch. Severe. We don't need that. Okay, so we'll get all those alarms now. Blizzard warning. We can get an alarm on that as well. Sound alarm. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me just finish setting this up. This is important. I don't know why this was shut off ever. Storm base. By the way, Radar Omega free app. I forgot to tell. I mean, this one will tell you. You can turn on all the sounds. You can get this on your phone. I don't know why I didn't tell you guys that. This is free. You can get it on your phone. I have the paid version, but you can get the free version. I think all the alert settings are on the free version work as well. Let's turn all these on. Okay. We should be good now. We should be good now. All right.
There it is to our north, but it's a little too close to the line.
I'm hopeful that within an hour.
Oh, we do have a cell in front of us.
Within an hour to an hour and a half, kind of want things to pop off down there.
Yeah. Max said, had Radar Omega for 2 or more years, best live weather app. Everyone in the South needs it. Yes. Radar Omega is a great app. And especially when you get into hurricane season, guys, I can literally watch the National Weather Service fly live into hurricanes, drop barometric pressure readers, and tell you what the pressure of a hurricane is before it gets reported. Like, this app does crazy things. I have the paid version that's like, I don't know, it's not even that much. It's like $12 a month. That gives you access to everything, which is like so much cheaper, and it's so much cheaper and does so much more than a lot of other apps. It's great. But there is a free version that does a lot for you too. Go on the 18Z. Okay, here. Let me get back. Let's see. You're saying it's taking the same track as... Are you talking about for our second storm or the one tonight? This is an issue here. This is where we're gonna get some warnings. Oh, for next week? Yeah, the 18Z doesn't show out far enough though. It's only going 66 out. Yeah, it's only going 66 out. The 12Z looks pretty impressive. The 18Z is not showing us that far out though. Okay, yeah, let's get back into this. Have we gotten updated God, this is such a large area. That's so crazy. Oh, sorry, I wasn't showing it to you. I had it on screen. Let me switch back for you guys here. There you go. Let me switch back here as well. Okay. All right, here. Just because a lot of people have snow questions, we're just gonna get into that right now. We're gonna do a speed round. We're gonna use our 18Z Euro or 12Z Euro because it's gonna be somewhat accurate. We're gonna go on 24-hour snow totals, and I'm gonna answer as many questions as I can. Let me run to the restroom. I'll get back. I'll answer as many questions as I can right now, snow-wise, over the next week. Northwest Arkansas could see a lot of snow. Yeah. Another thing that no one's talking about, I agree with you. AMESARSE, MSARS. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I agree with you. We could see historic temperatures, at least for this time of year, through this region next week too. So, really down to the Texas. So that's something a lot of people aren't talking about either. But let me run to the restroom real quick, and then we're gonna get into this. Speed round. I'll answer as many questions as I can. Chat, I know that felt like an eternity. I know that felt like an eternity. I know that felt like an eternity, guys. I'm sorry. I missed you. I missed you, chat. I just want you to know that I missed you. The nor'easter's looking like it's still going to happen. Euro and GFS have it a little bit offshore, but I'm not too nervous. It's still pretty far out. Canadian and Icon still have it very far inland. So that's what's going on with that. Did I say I was going to do a speed round now and answer as many snow questions as I can? Check UK model snow totals. Yeah, but I only like checking models that actually do a good job. You know what I'm saying? I only like checking models that know what they're talking about. Let me go into this. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Chloe. Shout out Chloe. Shout out Chloe. Thank you for the sub, Chloe. Oh my gosh. What are the snow totals on this though? Yeah, wild. 1 to 2 feet up the coast. Yeah, that's even crazier than the Icon. What's the latest Canadian show? Yeah, all these models still have it very far inshore. So does the Euro 12Z. The latest GFS is the only one that takes it that far offshore, so I wouldn't worry about that. Wouldn't worry about that at all. Thank you, Chloe. Philly, 14 to 17 inches, not impossible. Okay, let's just go by. What we're going to do is go by our 12Z Euro because this is the most likely scenario right now, okay? This doesn't mean this is going to happen, but if you were to say what model has the best chance of being the most accurate right now, it's the 12Z Euro, which is right here. This is our 24-hour Kuchera. The Kuchera is way better than the 10-to-1. It accounts for the change in temperature in the atmosphere and the density of the snowfall. 10-to-1 does not account for that. 10-to-1 just thinks it's cold from the floor to the ceiling, and for every 1 inch of precipitable water, it's 10 inches of snow. And the only way that happens is if you're freezing in all layers of your atmosphere, which in a lot of these areas it's not going to be. So, start asking me where snow totals. Let's go. Ask the questions. Ohio, depends where you are in Ohio, but central Ohio around Columbus looks like potentially 3 to 5. Southern Ohio from the storm next week literally could get 8 to 10 inches. Oh man, chat's flying. I shouldn't have done that. I'm fine with the GFS though. Oklahoma City, it's going to be close. The latest Euro still puts about a half inch in Oklahoma City. We need this thing to shift 50 miles south to get good snow into Oklahoma City. Could happen, but we need to see that in the next couple updates here. Philly, our best guys, and remember, any little wobble can change this, but with our best model right now and the best data we have and the most updated data we have, Philly right now is still over a foot Thursday. So Wednesday into Thursday. We'll see if this thing slows up or speeds down. Raleigh, North Carolina is going to be closed. Raleigh, North Carolina is right on the mixing line, meaning if this thing wobbles 20 miles to the south, you could be in 6 inches of snow. If it wobbles 20 miles to the north, you could see all rainfall. So it's really going to come down to the last second for some of these areas that are on the mixing line. You could see 9 inches of snow if this thing goes 20 miles to the south. I'll tell you that. How much snow in DC? With the best data we have right now, it does like a foot of snow in DC. Vermont, again, the Euro takes this snow and pushes it offshore here and puts no snow up into New England. Although all the other globals think that this snow moves up the coast. So, right now I would say no snow in Vermont, but all other models, there's more consensus on the Euro. The Euro may have it right up to here, but I think it might still ride up the coast, which could end up being a good day for Vermont. But we definitely need to wait on Vermont because there's pretty good agreement of the snow traveling through here, and then there's a disagreement. Does it split off the coast or does it ride up the coast? This is a very big question mark here. Snow in Arkansas. Euro likes central to northern Arkansas. Central Arkansas to potentially pick up 1 to 3, and northern Arkansas to potentially pick up a lot of snow, 7 to 9 inches or more. Central VA, yeah. That's like the hot spot. I mean, our European model thinks 14 to 16 inches is possible in Central Virginia, right now. Okay, upstate South Carolina, possibility of a dusting to an inch right now. We'd want this thing to shift south to give you good snow. Nashville, Tennessee, with the best, most updated data we have right now. Nashville looks like it could get 4 to 6 inches. We could see that increase or decrease, but that's the best guess. That's the best look we have right now of an estimated snow total. Still looking good for snow totals in East DC. It is looking very good. I mean, most of these models show over a foot, so we'll see. We still showing. We'll see how this thing wobbles as we get closer, but we're getting close to forecasting range. Can you zoom in on North Carolina? Yeah, actually, North Carolina is kind of difficult to see here because it's splitting. So I'll really quickly go into there. There's North Carolina. You guys can see it a little better there. It's real close. It's real close to putting, snow into Charlotte as well. Any little minor dig to the south here, that's some pretty big snow into Charlotte as well. So we'll have to see. But right now, it wants to keep it north. Ethan, I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Thank you, Monica. Nick at night. Tulsa. Let's go. Let's take a look at Tulsa. Let's go in Oklahoma. Here's what our best look at Tulsa is right now. At Oklahoma. Yeah, Philly. We're still about 100 hours out from this event. 110 hours out in Philly. So, I like to be within 96 hours to even start talking about talking about snow totals. 24 to 48 hours out is when we can really get into the snow details. But here's PA. You know, the Euro still wants to put some crazy totals into this area. Again, the other models have this snow actually pulling and continuing up to the north like this, like all this pink kind of foot of snow. The other models have it continuing up north and not pulling offshore, so that's something that we're gonna have to pay attention to moving forward. Someone said Virginia. God, this isn't showing me Virginia. Well, there you go. Insanity in Virginia, potentially. Where am I? I'm north of Philly. I'm near Trenton, New Jersey, but I'm in Pennsylvania. Let's just say that. I do work in Baltimore. Well, I work in Philadelphia, but one of the regions that I get business out of, I get business out of Pittsburgh and Baltimore. So I'll be down. I'll be in Baltimore like 10 times this year. It might go off the coast or absolutely. I know. Will the next Euro run change anything? It probably will change something. It's an 18Z, though. We don't really care too much about 18Zs. Tennessee, we'll go back into Tennessee and see what it says for you guys. This is the latest kind of best look at what we could see in Tennessee from this system. Ethan, I appreciate it. If it pulls up instead of to shore, could northernish part of Delaware get more than 12? Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah, if it actually went up the coast, you'd probably see more snow through the mid-Atlantic as well. There'd be back-end snow that would pile up on top. Yeah, we'll see whoever. Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. I would love to come on stream after we just got obliterated with snow up in the mid-Atlantic and New England. Coastal mid-Atlantic and New England. Because we haven't really seen much. Kentucky. We can take a look in Kentucky real quick. I feel like I should just go state to state. Yeah, R12Z Euro likes Kentucky a lot. It does. It does like Kentucky a lot. I think this. I think this snow line actually though would be farther to the south. For some reason, my head wants to put this down here. I just it does, but we'll see. I might be wrong on that. Having the low is going to be down here, right? And you typically have your heavier bands closer to the system. So I'm confused on this, but maybe it just has to do with the better, mid-layer cold air we're going to have up there. So it's a density, it's a snow ratio thing. Could be that. If the storm rides up the coast, more Bucks County will get more snow. Yeah, it will. Yeah. Yeah, we just looked at Philly. Philly, these models are still thinking 10 inches. 9 to 12 is possible. The storm's happening for sure. We don't know the exact path. We don't know the exact path. So we're confident in pretty much up to here. This thing is going to sweep down. Now, some models want to take this and kind of throw it offshore here, which would still give a lot of snow to a lot of people. Which would still be, okay, I'm like, I have my alerts on, still haven't heard anything. Which would still give a lot of snow to a lot of people. Let me move this back over. But it would give a little bit less. You would see your biggest snowfall in the mid-Atlantic kind of come through here and move offshore. A lot of the globals actually want to pull this up the coast. This would be the classic once in a 2-decade nor'easter where you just get feet of snow up the coast. So this is a big question mark here. This is where, and this could change totals drastically for the mid-Atlantic. That's why I'm like, I like giving you totals out here more. It's really hard to give you totals here because any little wobble in this thing could take it offshore or put us in the rain sector. I don't think we're going to be put in the rain sector of the storm. I don't expect that big a shift west, but it could get closer. Yeah, Maryland, 9 to 12 is looking easy right now from what we're seeing. Blizzard conditions possible in central Maryland. It's possible. We could see what the wind potential looks like there. If this thing were to ride up the coast, you know, this is the Euro, so this would be 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts potentially in here on the coast. If this thing got any closer, that would suddenly be 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts, and that would be a blizzard. On the GFS 12Z, it kind of shows a blizzard. Here's the GFS 12Z, and you can see that I'm guessing the difference in winds is going to be pretty big here. Actually has it not too significant, but if this low were as close as the GFS thinks, the winds would be much stronger than that. I mean, this is 984 right off the coast. What's our icon? What's our icon 12ZC for that? Yeah, 979. What's our winds? It's not going to show me, is it? There's blizzard potential. If the low stays close enough to the coast, it would be a blizzard. What up, Kimber? Bam, 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 bam. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs, guys. Kansas updates. Here's our latest kind of best estimate from our Euro for Kansas. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I was saying that I really thought we'd start seeing the worst happen in the evening time, so I'm still okay. I think what did I say, around 7 to 8 p.m. Again, 2 flash flood emergencies, guys. 2 flash flood emergencies. We'll see like 10 to 15 flash flood emergencies a year. They're extremely rare. Southwestern Virginia, there are ongoing rescues right now in these areas. As you can see, flash flood observed, damage threat, catastrophic, not expiring for over 6 hours. So if you know anyone in these areas, Tazewell, Grundy, Richlands, Virginia, and the surrounding areas, there's ongoing flash flooding. You need to have a way to get alerts. Get this app, Radar Omega. You can get the free version, turn on alerts. Get the Weather Channel app, get AccuWeather, turn on, have a way if you're down in any of these areas to get tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, especially those two. Because a lot of you are going to be sleeping when the squall line moves through. We could see a derecho with this squall line, meaning we could see a wall of wind moving with 60 to 100 mile per hour winds, sustained, not gusting, with the squall line too as it gets itself together. Let's quickly look in and see what is going on with our chasers. Sunny skies. Again, that's not a good sign.
German dude, what's happening? Shasta? Is it Shasta? Shasta? I think it's Shasta. How you doing? Mark, what's happening?
1 second, chat.
Yeah, we're very close to Clarksdale now.
Sunny skies out ahead of this. Again, that means we're going to have a lot of instability and a lot of lift out ahead of this. A ton of lift out ahead of this. So it's going to be dangerous. Let me see. It looks like we may already have the potential for, really quickly before I get back to snow totals. Kimber with the Galaxy. Oh my gosh. Celtic, Dana, Kev, I appreciate you guys. Kimber, thank you very much for the Galaxy, Kimber. Shout out, Kimber. Let me go down here really quickly and look at out of nowhere. I appreciate you. Let me go down here and look at single site radar and see what I can see. Here's a lot of lightning in the squall line. Lightning always means we have very, very, very strong, typically very high cloud tops. So very strong storms right here. These are a little bit concerning for me. Some of these storms down here, this is what I'm worried about, producing our first tornado. Right down here around Alexandria. A little bit concerning for me down there in the south. These right here, I think this is what's going to get our day started. I'm surprised we do not have... Let me actually look into some of these real quick. Let me see what type of shear we have. Give me a second, guys. And we can get back to talking more what's going on with our snow systems, but let me look into this real quick. Let's look at velocity. This isn't the best radar for us. High res width. A little bit of shear up here with this system. This has potential here. This has potential right in here as well. This has potential right in here as well. Nothing looking bad there. Let's see. Okay. Still looking okay. Still looking okay. That's good. Expect that to change soon, but we're still looking okay. Alrighty. Let's go back to New Hampshire. It depends. Right now, okay, so if you're talking about our storm tonight, we can go and look at that. Let's go look at that. Northeast. Because there's one coming through tonight. Damn 3K. Mary, I appreciate you. Okay. What do we have actually going on up there? A little bit of clouds. So widespread 4 to 6 inches through the state is what's expected. Maybe more. Maybe up to 8 inches in some areas. What did our Euro 12Z see? Euro 12Z thinks you could be pushing 8 to 9 in some areas, but it's going to be good snow for Vermont, New Hampshire, Boston potentially 4 to 6 tonight as well. Upstate New York's going to do good as well. Storm Thursday in Maryland. Yeah, our Euro right now likes 9 to 12 inches. See if I listen to my weather app again. Said 6:30. Tornadoes in Memphis. Reed Timmer's in Memphis. Again, Reed Timmer's in Memphis. So what do you think? Reed Timmer's like the legendary tornado chaser. If he's in your town and you're asking me if you think there's going to get tornadoes, there could be tornadoes. We'll see. Memphis is in a little bit of a sketchy spot. It's a big country. There's a lot of area that we're watching out for. You're not guaranteed to. Oh, sorry. I wasn't even showing you guys that. I had to switch back on here. Sorry. There you go. Here you go. I keep forgetting to switch. There's your kind of... I think the totals might be a little bit less than this, though. For up there. Up here in the Northeast. Yeah, tornadoes follow Reed. Steer clear, Reed. It's the same as when Jim Cantori's in your city for a hurricane. Ow, man, I'm so sore. I barely worked out today. I did like 3 workouts. And I'm still so sore. Ow. New York City next week. It depends which model you look at. The Euro thinks about 4 to 6 inches. The GFS Icon and Canadian all think you could have over a foot. Well, the Icon thinks you're going to get 2.5 feet in New York City next week. So we'll see about that. I think I think kind of the 6 to 9 range is most likely, but that could increase as we move forward in time. I don't like YouTube chat now. I've answered. What are you talking about? There's a third? No, there's just 2. I have my alerts on. Just 2. Just 2. Flash flood emergencies, southwestern Virginia. Life-threatening situation down there. Again, guys, Tazewell, Richlands, Grundy, and the surrounding areas of southwestern Virginia, there is catastrophic flash flooding going on right now. There's rescues going on as we speak. Where's the third flash flood emergency? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. I got my alerts on, so my computer should start ring and dinging if there's a tornado warning or another flash flood warning or emergency. Northwest Arkansas. Did you mean to say, yeah, Arkansas? Okay. Here's our latest Euro. Here's what we think. I mean, that's like a foot. That's not even that far out. That's in forecasting range. Kayla, I appreciate it. I need a stretch, guys. I'm hurting. I am hurting. You know what I also need, chat? All right. All right. All right. Quick poll time. Quick poll time. Poll. Start a new poll. I'm just gonna do a poll for everything. Okay. This is very tough. This is very tough. I really need your help, chat. YouTube, I'm asking which one. I need your opinion. This could change my whole night. This could change my entire night. This is a serious poll. Serious poll, guys. Treat this serious. This is life-changing. I hate how close this is. I wanted one to, like, win by a mile. It's 10-10. UK's going to be correct. UK goes crazy. UK goes crazy. It's literally 50% still. Guys, I need one of these to... Okay, we're pushing normal. Okay, all right, sugar-free. I think you're right. I think sugar-free is better. I like yellow more. I do like this one more. But I think you're right. Sugar-free is going to be the move. I'll probably get off streaming in a little bit here, but only for a little bit. I want to stream through tonight with the severe weather. Thank you, guys. That was very helpful. Yeah, DC, Baltimore, to Philly, you could all see a foot of snow based on the most updated 12Z Euro. It's definitely possible you guys could all see a foot of snow. That's the most likely outcome right now because that's our best snow model. And it's a 12Z, which is a fresh data set. But we have to watch any wobble in the system could drastically change totals again. Yeah, someone asked Louisville. Here's your latest update on Kentucky and Tennessee. Look at that. World and Kev, appreciate it. Ryan Hall said there's 3. Love that guy, but he's wrong. Or you're wrong for saying he said that. Here. You guys can see it up in the corner there. See that? Ready? Here you go. You can see it right there up in the right corner. 2 flash flood emergencies, 33 flash flood warnings, 5 special weather statements, 5 tornado watches. That's wrong. There's way more than 5 tornado watches. There's like 1,000, but whatever. The tornado watches one is off. All the other ones were correct. I don't know what it's talking about with the tornado watches there. Is Tennessee getting snow? Here's our most accurate model. Here's our most trustworthy model right now. So it looks like you guys got a pretty good chance. There's going to be a little bit of mixing on the south side of this, likely with the system. We're going to have especially with the tilting trough, a negatively tilting trough, which this wants to do. It's going to be neutrally tilted over this area, but even with the neutral tilt, you're going to see this a lot of mixing. So you might see these numbers a little bit lower in central to southern Tennessee. Yeah, maybe it's talking about like the areas, but there's like 40 tornado watches. We do have 3 blizzard warnings, though. I don't think they should be blizzard warnings anymore. I think they forgot to take them down.
Let's just point the camera directly into the sun. Let's mess up that sensor.
Wow, it's so... Oh, yeah, these cells moving into Alexandria up towards Monroe are really starting to crank up. There's some really interesting stuff moving towards Memphis right now too. Some really interesting weather moving right towards Memphis right now too, guys. That we might get a tornado warning on, but I'll watch. Yeah, I mean, we've gone over Jersey a lot. Here you go. Regions, Mid-Atlantic. This is the latest from our Euro for out here. Now, again, the UK, you got these other models are doing crazy stuff out here. I mean, like, I don't even want to show you how crazy these other models are going out here, but is this not going to allow me to see? It's not going to allow me to see the UK on here. That's annoying. Here's our, I'll show you one here. I'll show you one here with the UK. Let me go into not the 18Z, 12Z. We'll push into the Mid-Atlantic. Someone asked about Jersey. Here we go. Mid-Atlantic. You guys want to see what some of these crazy totals are doing in the Mid-Atlantic? Wild. This is all like 1 to 2 feet of snow through here. So, and then if you go over to the Icon, similar situation. I mean, the Icon 12Z wants 3 feet of snow in Jersey. The Icon, the Icon 18Z wants 2 feet. The Euro wants a foot. The GFS wants in Jersey a foot. I mean, they're all doing some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? How's Chicago looking? Are you guys expecting more snow? Not seeing a ton of more snow in Chicago's future right now. Can we push into a short range? Yeah, I mean, a little dry for a while, but freezing. You guys are going to be well into your feels likes are going to push down to -20, -30 likely next week. That's kind of the story for Chicago is the temperatures. Louisiana, appreciate you. I'm late. Is DC getting 10 inches? It's possible. No, that's not unrealistic. You guys could see more than that. That's what our model's like right now, actually. So, but we'll see if that changes. The Euro could shift south a little bit. Guys, because we don't have any of these systems producing anything right now, I think I'm going to take a little bit of break so I don't get burnout today. Okay. I'm going to get back on a little bit later. We have 2 flash flood emergencies currently in southwestern Virginia. These are observed flash floods. They're ongoing, and their damage threat is catastrophic. There's already rescues going on down here around Grundy, Tazewell, Richlands. We have tornado watches from the Gulf all the way up through Kentucky. We're expecting to see some very strong tornadoes start. Potential tornado outbreak soon. We've got tornado chasers on the ground that we're going to be watching. I'm going to take a little bit of a break because this is going to be a really intense night covering, especially once these tornadoes start kicking up. And especially as some of this bad snow, the snow really starts to intensify up here in the Northeast. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break and then get back on later so I can, because I'm going to be burned out if I just do this straight. All right. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on a little bit later. Maybe I'll take an hour or two, and I'll get back on. But I'll tell you this. If I see a bunch of tornado warnings pop up here, because I'm going to be watching on my phone, I'm going to immediately get back on. If this tornado, because this tornado outbreak's going to, it could really start any time now. So I'll be watching, and if that happens, I'm right back on. But regardless, I'm getting back on in an hour or two. So I appreciate follows, appreciate subs, appreciate gifts, appreciate you guys just being here in chat. I will be back in a little bit. You guys are awesome. I'll see you soon.